Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jen, Caffeinated Crafter. Today is Friday, May the 10th, 2024, and this is Flosstube number 72. 72. You might see this on Saturday, but if you're new to my channel, welcome. This is the channel where I talk about the cross stitch. And if you are returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you so much for all the likes and follows and comments and all that good stuff. I have a lot to show today. So let's go ahead and get started. Actually, before I get into my whips, I got a package in the mail from 123 Stitch. Totally forgot that I had ordered this. I ordered this back in December, and I just got it because it's two small kits. One of the kits was, I was gonna say out of order, out of stock for a long time. And because it was the same order, they just held on to, this is, I got the camera pointed to my right again. This is the first kit. It's just a cute little kit from Design Works saying this is how we roll. And it's a cat with sushi. Oh my God. I love cats and I love sushi. And so I thought it was the perfect little kit. And then this other one, this is the one, it's also from Design Works, of a candy cane dog. How cute is that? How cute is that? So again, I got these on 123 Stitch. They had it labeled as candy cane dog. It is the cutest little thing. And it comes with a frame too when you're done. But yeah, how cute are these? So I just got these a few days ago, and so I wanted to go ahead and show those. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into, sorry, I changed, I'm still in the same room, but it's a different angle. I'm trying to find a good angle for my stuff. So anyway, I got the camera on the other side. This is what I worked on. I did not get as much done on my focus pieces as I kind of wanted to, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep playing catch up until I'm caught up. But yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I worked on 8 projects. Yeah. So let's go ahead and show those. Hey, Mr. Whiskers. Come here. Oh, come here, my boy. He's been sleeping under the bed taking a nap, and he wanted to come say hi. Hello. Oh. Hey, Mr. Whiskers. He looks mad, but he's not. He's the goodest boy. Oh, who's a good boy? So anyway, let's go ahead and get into, oh God, he's so heavy. Get into the whips. All right, so first thing I'm going to show you is from Teresa Winsler. It was a small little leaflet from Leisure Arts, and it's called Peacock and Unicorn because it's got 2 different patterns. This is the one that I worked on. I worked on Unicorn. This is my first Teresa Winsler. So far, it's pretty good, but it is a smaller piece, so it's not, where's my board? It's not as intense as her other pieces. Oh, it's over there. Hang on. My show board. Okay, so I'm doing this 2/2 on a, I keep forgetting the camera's over here now. 2/2 on a 28 count jobelan, I think, in the color Summer Sky. And I did I need to figure out a better setup for this. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so this is where I'm at with it so far. I did unicorn 400 stitches on it. It's hard to, when I'm used to looking at it like this, maybe, okay, maybe there we go. That'll work, I guess. I had to think about how I looked at it when the camera was over here. I guess I could still do that. But yeah, I got 400 stitches on it. And it's really coming along. I can actually see the differences in the trees, in the parts of the trees now. I didn't really notice that until I looked at it on the camera. Yeah, that looks really good so far. So yeah, there's that. I'm enjoying it. I would not be mad if I pulled this out again. All right. So I didn't get as much stitching done as I kind of wanted to because I have been busy unpacking and scrolling on my phone. Not gonna lie, I did waste some hours just scrolling on my phone. Getting my house sorted and whatnot. So I was really only stitching at night. And even then, I'm trying to not stay awake until 1 o'clock in the morning stitching anymore, because I live further away from like work now. So when I go back to work, I don't want to be in the habit of staying up until 1 a.m. because I can't sleep as late as I used to. I actually have to start getting up in time to be at work on time. Next thing I'm going to show you is from Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is HAED Rules, designed by Lindsay Waite. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm doing this 2/2 on a 28 count white jobelan, I believe. Lugana. 28 count white lugana. And I did 517 stitches on this. And that is where I'm at with this so far. I did 517 because I got to 500 and my thread over here was like almost done. And I was like, let me just finish this thread. So that is where I'm at with that so far. So this part up here is completely done. And so I've moved on to the second section. So for the Be Sweet part, I need to finish this part of it. Let's try that. This part of the T and finish the, what is that thing? The little dipper. And there's a little bit of honey that drips off of it. And man. Okay, and then there's one more tiny little bee that goes like right up here. And then the Be Sweet part will be done and I'll go down to like honey with the pot of honey and the border below it. So there's that. All right. Next up was a new start, and this is a kit from Artiste, and it's called Map of America. That is what it will look like when it's done. And I'm just using whatever came in the kit, and I started in the middle. And let me see, it goes, hang on. Let me put it right side up for myself. Okay. Now let me fold it so you can see. There we go. Okay, so, right? Yeah. So that is what I worked on. So this is Oklahoma. Oh, damn. Oklahoma. What's up there? Kansas is the white up here. And y'all, geography was not my strong suit. Is that Mississippi? Or is that Missouri? I even looked it up too, so I would sound like I was smart and I knew my states. Oklahoma, Kansas, and wow. I don't know. Wait, hold on. No, that's Missouri. Is that Mississippi? I don't know. It's one of those. It's a state. It's the state next to Oklahoma. That's above Louisiana. Missouri. Ooh, wow. No. Mississippi. I could edit this whole thing out and not show how pathetic it is that I don't know U.S. geography, but I won't. Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana. That has to be Mississippi. I know you guys are shouting it at me right now. You're like, you idiot. Did I tell you how many stitches I did? I did 705 stitches on that. I was so focused on the fact that I don't know what just happened. The color flickered. Okay, I was so focused on the fact that I didn't know my geography that I completely forgot to tell you how many stitches I did. 705. Okay, next up was another new start, and this was the Mermaids of the Seasons SAL that Bella Filipina and Fiber on a Whim put out last year that I just now got to. And this is not the page I wanted to show you. Hang on. I have like all 4 of them. Is this it? Yeah. Here we go. There we go. So that's all 4 of them. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. My personal favorite is the winter just because her tail is blue and I really like it. I really like those colors. So anyway, as I said, this is a new start. I ordered, when I bought this, I went ahead and got the recommended fabric that Fiber on a Whim dyed specifically for this, and I went ahead and got the bead pack. Did I go ahead and spend the extra dollars to get the specialty thread pack? No, I did not. So I went ahead and broke down and ordered the Kreinik that's supposed to go with it. I should have just bought it when I ordered everything else, but it's okay. So I'm doing this on Fiberlicious's fabric. It's a 28 count lugana. And it's called Singing in the Rain, and I'm doing it 2/2. And So since I didn't have the Kreinik, and the Kreinik is actually like the center, like the darker color that's in here, that's all Kreinik right there. So what I ended up doing was I started in the middle, and I just kind of like counted up and over to get the part of the border that is DMC. And I decided to just work on the DMC until I got the Kreinik. So what I did, my ends matched up. I was so proud of myself. The DMC border is not done, so that's why it looks kind of patchy. What I did, if anyone ever does anything like this and you're like, oh my God, I hate counting the stitches over and over and over. Now, if you do this does not apply to you. This is for people like me who don't really think about that kind of stuff, and you just start stitching, and then you're like, oh my God, now I have to sit here and count and count and count over and over and over again. Hey, Gracie Lou. Hi. So when I started this, I started stitching half stitches. Now, I will only do this with a solid color. I will not do this with a variegated thread. But I went up, and when the stitches hit the top of like a 10 by 10 block, I did a full cross, and then I just went up 10 more, did a full cross, and I just kept doing that all the way up. That way I only had to count the blocks up to the top and then over and then back down. And once I got down to here, then I was like, okay, well now it's smooth sailing, and I just started doing full crosses all the way over, and then I got up to here and I had to end my thread, and then I was like, okay, I'm tired of doing the border. Shocker, right? I'm tired of doing the border. I want to do something fun. So then I had to find what DMC started in her tail. This is spring, by the way. This is the spring mermaid, if you couldn't figure that out. And so I started working on the DMC. I left my thread hanging because I was done for the night, and I didn't feel like ending the thread because it was like still a lot. But anyway, so I will keep, so when I pull her, I'm actually going to keep this piece out. I don't think I had this as one of my like seasonal pieces, but I'm going to keep this out all year, and I'm going to kind of do what Stitching Mommy does with her. She has the Celtic ladies that she had cropped and reconfigured so that it was all one piece. And when she pulls it out, whatever season she's in, that's the one that she stitches on. And that's what I'm gonna do. Like we schedule our projects a little bit differently. So she has seasonal Sundays where she works on a seasonal piece every Sunday, and she alternates, like she changes up if it's going to be her, you know, what pieces she's working on. But whenever she does her Celtic ladies, that's what the frick is going on. Anyway, so whenever I pull this, I'm still working, like if I pull this again this month, or the beginning of June, then I will go ahead and work on the spring mermaid. If I pull this in the summer season, then I will move over to the summer mermaid, and so on and so on. And I will just keep kind of doing that. And if by chance I pull it enough and I happen to finish that season's mermaid, then I will just move on to I will go back to the previous season and keep working on that, or whichever one has the least amount of work on it. Maybe I'll do that. All right. So I did 300 stitches on her. All right. Next up. I didn't grab my tablet. Hang on. Next up is Day to Night Africa, charted by Paine Crafts. This is a retired piece, so it is no longer available. Oh, no, not this one. Never mind. I was going to say it's available on Heaven and Earth Designs, but it's not this piece that is. So Day to Night Africa artwork is by Lars Stewart. It is 650 by 464. Again, retired chart from Paine Crafts. That is what it's going to look like when it is done. I started in the upper left-hand corner, so up, whoopsies, up here in the day. And I kind of worked over in this section. I'm doing this 1/1 on a 32 count, easy count lugana, full cross. And that is where I'm at with it so far. I worked a bit more on the bird. I got 400 stitches in. I actually worked on this last night. But I got 400 stitches in on this. Worked on the bird. I did a little bit of the pink up here. Yeah. Started moving into the tree. It's a slow process. But I am currently at hang on. Nope, wrong one. That's why. Day to Night Africa. I was like, wait, those colors don't look familiar. Okay, I am currently at 1,900 stitches completed out of 301,600. I am at 0.63%. So, there's that. Get my thread back in there. There we go. All right. Next up. So we'll see how long this lasts, because you know how I am with plans, right? When I was looking at my WIPs, at what I had pulled, I thought to myself, you should do something like what so many other Flosstubers are doing, or just people in general, with like either the daily 30, which is where you work on a project 30 minutes a day, or you do like 100 stitches a day or something like that. And you should have like this walk of shame WIPs section where it is your old WIPs, like the ones that I started when I was like in my 20s or before. So I decided to do that, and so since I already had it out, I decided to pick Frederick from Creative Accents, and what I will do is I will keep this guy out for the rest of the month. Like I said, we will see how this goes, but so far it has not been a chore to stitch on this thing. It also helps that I had previously made a copy of the chart and I'm highlighting what I've completed, so I'm not, usually I will just sit there and hunt on the paper pattern to figure out where I'm at, but I decided to, before I had decided to make a copy of the chart, and I started highlighting it, and so that has made my life easier. Don't come at me with that markup RX. I already have it. I don't like it. So, paper and a highlighter is perfect for me. All right, I'm doing whatever came in the kit. Before you see this, yes, it will fit. It looks like I'm gonna run out of space, but it will fit. So I shot for 100 stitches a day all this week, and I didn't want to leave any threads hanging. So if I got to the 100 and I still had thread left over, I went ahead and finished the thread. So I did go over 100 on some of the days, but that is where I got to so far. I did 644 stitches on him this week. It's looking pretty good, actually. Yeah, so I'm going to keep him out for the rest of the month. I need a calendar. Oh, I have one on my tablet. But my plan is to keep him out the rest of the month, do 100 stitches a day on him before I start doing my regular stitching. And when I do the last floss tube of the month, which honestly might be in 2 weeks, I'm going to, for right now, I'm going to go back to, I know it's going to be sad for some of you, but right now I'm going to go back to every 2 week videos. I enjoyed the weekly updates, but at least not until, I need to get into the groove of living in this place that's further away from my work. It's also a lot bigger, so there's more stuff to maintain on it, aka like, you know, cleaning up and everything, so that takes up some time. But I'm gonna go back to every 2 week video. So my next video will be in 2 weeks, and that will be the weekend before the end of the month. So next floss tube, I'm going to go through what I will do is I will go through all my projects, not physically go through, but go through on my computer, because I know what they are. I will go through my projects and pull out the ones that are super old, not the ones that are old that I haven't started yet, the ones I've already, like, because I have some that are new starts that I purchased when I was in my 20s. I just never started them. Or I recently started them. The first one that I can think of is the one that I'm doing because my grandfather, Isaiah, the mountain range with the eagle, and it's a verse. That one was a recent start, so that doesn't count. I'm talking about things like Frederick, or my bear quilt, or In Her Garden, which is the lady with the flowers and everything, Gift of an Eagle Feather, like all those projects. I'll put those into a basket, and we'll draw one out to be the WIP of Shame for the month of June. And then June 1st, I will stop working on him, and I will move to the new WIP of Shame. So this WIP of Shame, he will be shy of about 3 days, but ideally by the end of the month, he'll have at least 3,100 stitches on him. If I keep up with this, we'll see how that goes. Because like I said, you know how I am. And I was trying to figure out something to do with my tiny little board that I don't know what I did with. I'll keep track of my stitches, the WIP of Shame, and the stitch count on it, on the little board there. So yeah, new little segment, WIP of Shame. Frederick is the WIP of Shame for May. So next video we'll pull a new one. Okay. Next up, actually you can go in there because you're staying out. All right, next up is Honeymoon Sunset. This is my challenge piece with Ailarra. I am behind on the challenge. I don't know how she's doing on it, but I'm behind. I'm gonna try to get caught back up though. Honeymoon Sunset by the Cross Stitch Studio. Artwork is by Abraham Hunter. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is my favorite piece in the whole wide world out of all my projects. 869 by 649. It has 133 colors. And I'm doing this 2/1 tent stitch on a 25 count easy count lugana. And let me show you where I worked first. I worked up in Satan's tree, the palm tree in the upper left hand corner. It probably does not look like much because I was really trying to get the confetti filled in and basically kind of get some page completions. But I worked up here. I got 500 stitches done on this, and I was working on getting page 2 complete, and it's hard to see. I was trying to see if I could tell where page 2 ends. I think it ends like right over here. It's just a few, like literally in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11 stitches and page 2 will be done. And then I will probably move on to page 3 to get page 3 done. This page 3 is kind of over here. So I figured this is zoomed out far enough. I'll show you the whole piece in a minute. This is zoomed out far enough that I feel okay showing this to you. But yeah, so page 2 is almost done right there. And then I figure I'll just, at least for right now, I'll probably change my mind again. But for right now, I'll probably finish page 2, work on getting page 3 done, which is right here, and maybe just try to move across the top and get these pages done. See what I mean? And then the whole top row would be completed. That'd be cool. Anyway, right now I am at 185,260. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, what's happening? Oh no. Okay. We're okay. All right. Let me tell you the numbers real quick. 185,269 stitches completed out of 563,981, and I'm at 32.85%. So, I just realized I'm wearing the same shirt I wore last week. I don't care. So here's the whole piece. Oh. Back up a little bit more so you can see the whole. Oh my God, why do I have to back up so much? There we go. There we go. So that's the whole thing that I've done so far. Let me get you a little bit closer. So we'll go across the top. Actually, let me back up a little bit. There we go. Some of it has lines. I can see them. I don't know if you can. If you can see them, it's okay. I know they're there. I know. This piece has been a learning experience for me. I've done all kinds of stitching methods on this. Done all kinds of stitching methods on this. I went block by block. I did royal rows. I did diagonal, like cross. Right now I have parking, as you can see. Right now, I'm filling in confetti, but right now cross country is my jam. I'm not doing extreme cross country, obviously, and then we'll skip that because I haven't done anything there. But I'm like kind of picking a color and running with it. Where's my chair? Okay. So for right now, until I change my mind again, which I very may well change my mind by the next time that you see this, but for right now, I will be doing page completions along the top row. I might change which page I'm working on, but that's my plan for right now. But you know, hashtag fake plans. Okay, last piece I'm going to show you is the Heaven and Earth Design SAL that I'm very pathetically behind on. So for Honeymoon Sunset, in order to catch back up, I needed to do 1,500 stitches and I only did 500. So I'm still 1,000 stitches behind. All right. So Heaven and Earth Design SAL. This was a limited sign up, so it's no longer available to join. We had a few different projects to pick from. This is the one I'm going to work on. I know I've seen this all over Flosstube, so I'm not going to go into detail, like too much detail about it. But I picked Merry Mushroom Village Picnic 2 by Aimee Stewart. This is 300 by 205, has 90 colors, and that is what mine will look like when it's done. Parts 1 and 2 have been released. So when I give you these numbers, they're going to be skewed off of the entire piece. I am very far behind on it because in order to finish this piece by the end of the year, I need to do 1,200 stitches a week. And I didn't stitch on it for 2 weeks. And I was already 600 stitches behind when I stopped stitching on it so I could pack and move. So I needed 4,200 stitches. That was like previous plus this current week. I needed 4,200 stitches to catch up, and I only did 800. I'm doing it 2/1 10 stitch on a 28 count easy count lugana, and that is where I'm at with it so far. I've been kind of going here, there, and everywhere on it, trying to just fill stuff in or pick a color and work on it. So for parts 1 and 2, I am at 19,439 stitches done out of 44,315, and I am at 43.87% complete on parts 1 and 2. So far, between the two parts, I have 4 zeros on Pattern Keeper. Zeros mean that there's no more of that color left. So I have 4 zeros on Pattern Keeper so far for parts 1 and 2. I had a lot for part 1, and then part 2 released and all those zeros went away. So what's 42 minus 8? 34, right? So I'm 34 stitches behind now. And I'm not stitching for 2 weeks, so that's going to be 2,400 stitches for the 2-week period. 5,800 stitches to catch up. It'll happen. I'm starting to feel that spiral. I'm starting to feel the spiral that I got last year, where I started getting behind on my year-long goals, and then I gave up on them. But the difference with this one is that if I can actually complete this goal, I get a prize of essentially 12 charts, because I'll get all the charts from the SAL, because there was 10 different ones we could pick from, plus 2 charts off of the website. So I really want, so worst case scenario, I will have to cut down on my other stitching to get caught up on this. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's 10 stitches, so it goes pretty quick. I could also, in addition to my WIP of Shame, I could also maybe try doing like work on this. Oh, maybe I could work on this and Honeymoon Sunset on the weekends when I have more time and do my other projects. And then because I can do a lot on the weekends, especially the weekends I don't have the kids. Although Mother's Day is coming up, I'm gonna be busy on Sunday. But yeah. So I have to get cracking on that one. Okay. Board time. All right. So right now just from here on out until I change my mind again, which can happen. If I had original milestones for all these things, but I decided with everything I have going on, if I work on a piece, as long as it's to my discretion, if I work on a piece, I'm going to count it as a milestone complete. And if I fill in all the boxes on my big boards, we'll kind of play that by ear as to if I keep working on them or not. Because I could just add more boxes. But to my discretion, because last video I did work on 2 pieces, but it was like 50 stitches, if that. So I was like, that's not counting as a milestone done. Okay. Hi, Gracie. Hello. Oh my God. She sounds like we beat her. Look at her. Isn't she cute? She has gray on her nose. Look. Look at her nose. She looks so scared. She's like, what the fuck is going on? Hey, Gracie. All right. Let's mark off my boards here. So, got my Blues Clues marker. Let me think of how I'm gonna do this. Is this the first board? Yeah. Can I just sit here and hold it, or am I gonna have to get up? So if you've never seen these, don't freak out. Last year, I gotta figure out how I wanna do this for next year. Last year, I had all my projects, and it was considerably less. I had all my projects written on here, and I had goals set for them, right? And once I hit the goal, I crossed it off. And it was so much fun. And I wanted to do something like that this year, but I wanted to be able to work on the project more than once. So I came up with this. I had milestones, and when I hit a milestone, we would cross it off. And then once I hit with a big goal, which is what, so I had a big goal divided into milestones. I think what I'll do next year is maybe I'll kind of keep it like this, but we will drop it down to maybe working on it no more than like, I don't know, I'll figure out the number, maybe like 5 times. I don't know. Because I like the boards. I like marking stuff off, but I want to be able to work on everything more than one time. All right, so anyway, so don't freak out. This is every single one of my projects. And I don't have all of them out to work on them. All right, so first one we're gonna mark off is Day to Night Africa. There we go. Okay, just making sure you can see. Finally busted that piece out. Okay, next up. So my WIP of Shame, every week that I work on it, I will mark off a milestone block. So should I do every week or every video? Because the next video is going to be in 2 weeks. That would be this is not me, the board moving around. My fan is like blowing the board. I'm just trying to think, if I do every video, then it would be 1 milestone marked off. But if I do every week, that would be 2. I might do every week that I work on it and get a decent amount of stitches in. If I can keep up with 100 a day. Wait, hold on. Where's this end? Okay. So yeah, I might do weekly. Okay. All right, next up. HAED rules, which is up here. Oh my. See, this is what I was saying. Like, HAED rules, I'm almost done. So I got to figure out, if I pull it again and I work on it, I got to figure out if I'm going to add more milestone blocks on here or if I'm going to cross it off. Because if I cross it off, then I could be like, goal done. Although my goal was to finish it. Okay, let me see. Map of America. Oh, it's on here. Okay, where? And unicorn. All right. Okay, unicorn is right here. All right, and okay, let me think of how to do this. This side has finishes, which literally only has one. Okay, so for the 25K and 25 weeks, Ailarra and I agreed to drop this down because we both had shit going on in our lives. So we're gonna extend it out, which is really sad because I would be almost done with this challenge if we didn't drop it down. But we decided to drop it down to 500 a week instead of 1,000 a week. So that's what we're both doing, and we're just extending the deadline out. So I'm just going to, every 500, I'm coloring in a half of a block, and that's what I did. So we're going to finish coloring this in. Just that. So I'll keep track of, you know what I'll do on my little board, I'll keep track of my WIP of Shame, and then I'll also keep track of how far behind I am on these 2 projects here. Because I'm going to be behind for a bit until I can get caught up. Okay, so for the HAED SAL, every 600 stitches I do, because this is 1,200 each block, because that was the point, was to do 1,200 stitches per week. So for every 600 I do, I will color in half a block. And so this was the week where I was like behind, where I first got behind. I did 800, so we're just gonna put a half a block right here. There we go. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is only 16 weeks worth of stitching, and we should be at more than that. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I'm like, I should be like coloring this one in right here, I think. Anyway, so let's, I don't have my blue marker, so we'll just do this real quick. So my milestones. So since I finished that 1 block for the HAED SAL, that's going to count as a milestone done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are up to, I was at 108, I just erased it. So we are up to 116 milestones done for the year. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to do every 2-week videos. So I'm gonna pull 20 projects. Even though I have a lot of stitching to do to catch up on my other pieces, and I have the WIP of Shame, we're gonna pull 20 projects. I just realized, oh, you know what, I'll use this one for right now. I just need something to store my little papers out that I pull. It's in the top of my closet. Okay. I need another setup. For real. Okay. All right, so first up, and did I dump everything back in here? I believe I did, yeah. Okay. All right, first up is going to be, Beauty and the Beast. This is a WIP. Where is it? It is from the Thomas Kincaid Disney Dreams Collection series that was put out like 150 years ago. And it's like, I'm probably, if I work on this, I will talk about this then too. But it's a little bit of a sore subject for me because I see people that are willing to pay hundreds of dollars for this, and it ain't worth it. It really isn't. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I mean, y'all, seriously, it is not worth all these dollars that people are paying for these kits. There's a reason why MCG Textiles no longer makes kits. I'm just saying. All right, so this is my starting point. I'm just using whatever came in the kit. And yeah, I had started in the middle, worked my way over to the edge and up to the corner. So this is actually the end of a page right here. So I'll probably work on, if I work on this, I might work on getting that top part filled in. What I need to do is I need to bust out my printer. It's in my closet right now. I need to plug it in because it has a scanner on it. And I need to make a copy of the chart so that I can highlight it. So I know where I'm at. Because it's okay up in the sky because I can figure it out. But when you get down into the greenery, it gets a little hairy. Okay. Next up is Home Sweet Home. That one's handwritten because I lost the paper. But I knew this one had to be in the basket. I don't know what happened to it. I never did find the papers. Someone made a comment. They're like, oh, maybe you will, I have a hair. Maybe you'll find the papers when you move it. No, I didn't find them. I don't know what happened to them. This will be a new start. It's a kit from Design Works. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm going to use whatever came in the kit. It's really cute. So I'll be doing it on the black Aida. I think it's a 14 count. Yeah, 14 count black Aida. And the colors are going to look really good on it too. These are the colors. Look at that. It's going to look really good. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me do it like this. Let me stack them by 5. Since I'm pulling 20, it's going to be hard to just be like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll stack them by 5s. Okay. Next up. Oh. Kaleidoscope. This is a WIP. I started it this year. And this is from Yasmin's Made with Love. And I'm doing this on a 14 count white Aida. So this is what it's going to look like when it is done. I started in the center using DMC. That is my starting point. I need to figure out what I'm gonna eat for lunch. I go back to work on Monday. It's been nice not working. It really has. I'm like, man, I wish I didn't have to work at all. All right, next up is Gilded Birdcage. And this is a WIP. A small kit from Artiste. That is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And this is my starting point with it. I started this year as well. Oh, I did backstitch. I was like, oh, that looks so defined. It's because I backstitched it. Oh, man. Okay, number 5. Ooh, Stitchography. This is now a WIP. Started this year as well. This was from Fat Quarter Shop, right? Yeah. Fat Quarter Shop for World Cross Stitch Day 2021. I've just had the pattern forever. And that is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I'm doing this on a 28 count white Monaco, 2 strands of Etoile. That is my starting point. Oh my God. Oh my God. There we go. That's my starting point. And I'm just using, so my mom had picked up a bunch of Etoile when it was on sale. And she actually did this piece as well using the same floss. I just never did it. But when she was done, she was like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, you know what? Sure. Why not? So yeah, and it's very glittery and I like it a lot. So I'm kind of going on, I wanted to use like a lot of the colors, so I'm kind of going on their little color scheme, but I'm just picking a color that looks good, that I think looks good. Okay, so there's the first 5. Move these around here in case I pull one of those. Okay. Get off me. No, I only want one. There we go. Okay, next up is Twisted Band Sampler. Oh, this is exciting. This will be a new start. And I will be doing this on a 28 count white jobelan. I will definitely start this. I'm going to do the DMC. I am not doing it in silks. Twisted, I'm gonna make sure I pull up the right one. Okay, so Twisted Band Sampler from Northern Expressions. Oh, I'm excited for this one. Yes. And yeah. I will likely start in the upper left-hand corner. So I'm gonna do it on the 28 count white jobelan. Okay, next up is, Oh, Lighthouse Bookmark. I haven't pulled this one in a while. So this is now a WIP. I started it this year. And it's just a little bookmark kit that I had gotten out of... Oh, I got this on the freebie table. That's what it was. When my retreat that I went to last year. I got this on the freebie table. That's what it's going to look like. And that is my starting point. Yeah. It says stitch in a weekend. I'm not really sure if that's a true weekend. It should say stitch over multiple weekends. I don't know if that's really a true weekend stitch. I guess it depends on how, maybe. Depends on how long you can stitch for though. Okay. Next up is, another day to night piece. Day to Night Tropics. Okay, so this is another retired chart from Paine Crafts. Artwork is by Lars Stewart. I think this one is, I have all 4 of his day to night pieces. I snatched them up when she said that he was retiring from Paine Crafts. And so I snatched all 4 of them up. I have all 4 started. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. This one has the least amount of progress on it. I really like this piece too. Out of all 4 of them, this one's my favorite and has the least amount of progress. I'm doing it 1/1. I think this is a 28 count, easy count lugana. That's my starting point. It's at 0.5% right now. I believe it's 1/1 full cross. Oh, I'm not pulling 20 projects. What am I doing? I'm pulling 15. Why did I say 20? Yeah, I'm filming in 2 weeks. Oh, we'll see. I might pull 20 anyway. Okay, next up is a whole lot of latte. This is a very old, so like something like this would be included in the WIP of Shame. Very old kit from Dimensions. And this is my starting point with it. There we go. So that's my starting point. We'll see what I work on. I like the piece overall. I like the colors. It's cute. I just don't like working on it for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I'm like, we'll see what I work on. Not gonna lie, I would not be super pleased if I pulled this for the WIP of Shame, which means that I'm gonna pull it in June. Okay, next up is Spa Gnome. This is from cutebroidery.com. I haven't pulled this one out in a hot minute. Here she is. And I want to say that I have her in pattern paper. So I might be able to show you a mock-up. So this is without back stitching. That's what she's gonna look like. She's adorable. I'm doing this on a 14 count Charles Craft Ada in like this pink purple tie-dye thing. You can pick them up. 123 Stitch does have them, but you can pick them up at like Joann's, Michael's, stuff like that. That's my starting point with her. Isn't she the cutest? I had to do her cucumber eyes because they were just so funny. But yeah, that's my starting point with her. Okay. Okay. Next up, botanical blackwork. This will be a new start. This was a SAL from hold on. The Steady Thread. I don't think that I have a mock-up to show you. I don't really have a mock-up to show you, but it's a blackwork piece, and you may or may not. Yeah, so I don't really have anything to show you. I'm gonna have to go find, you may or may not recognize the frame. That's the piece I'm working on, if you recognize the frame. But it was her blackwork stitch along from 2022. And I'm gonna do it on a 14 count white Ada. And yeah, probably start. Maybe I might start in the middle, maybe. So there's 10. Ah. All right. Irish Blessing. This is a WIP. It's another old WIP. This one. From Artiste, I think. Yeah. Old kit from Artiste, and that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I've had this thing for many years. Let me see. Makes a terrific housewarming gift. That's what it says on here. I was trying to see if... Oh, not as long as I thought, 2015. So 10 years I've had this. $10 years. And that's as far as I've gotten. And I want to say that the top 2 lines were done like last year. I only had like 1 line done. Or maybe it was 2 lines. Maybe I had 2 lines done and I did the top line last year. I don't remember. Or was it this year? Nope. Okay. Last year. Okay. Oh, Creekview Cottages, Somerset. This is a WIP from the Cross Stitch Studio. New WIP. I just started this year. Where is it? Here it is. Artwork is by the Digital Artwork Company. It's 825 by 825. It's 139 colors. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I really like that piece a lot. And I did an upper left hand corner start. I'm doing a 2/1 tent stitch on a it's either a 28 or a 32 count easy count lugana, and I am at 0.15% done. Okay. Next up. Hello again, Mr. Whiskers. Hi, baby. If the camera starts shaking, he is like nosing it like he wants to bump it. Good friends. There's a few of you who are going to start laughing. Oh, look what I finally pulled, you guys. And when I say you guys, I'm addressing a couple people. Good friends make each other laugh. Really good friends go for the snort. I picked this up off of the freebie table at the retreat. And it's by Sue Hillis Designs. And I am going to be doing this on a 32 count Murano by Zweigert in the color Pink Splash. So it's the white with the pink dots all over it. And I'll do it over two. Definitely going to be working on this piece. Faux show. Okay. Next is, Mother Nature Spring. I pulled this last week, but I did not work on it. Which I was kind of sad about because I really enjoy these Mother Nature pieces. But, you know, it is what it is. So this was in Just Cross Stitch magazine of 2023. And this one is in the April of 2023, Just Cross Stitch magazine. It'll be a new start, and I'm going to do her on a 28 count tea-dyed Monaco 2/2. I really like this. This spring one is super pretty. I really like her a lot. Okay. Rainbow Castle. This is a WIP from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Sarah Marchetti. I got the max color version. So it's like 5,000 colors. And it is 550 by 738. It has 239 colors. Hang on, let me turn my rotator thing off so I can do it like this. Kind of fill that screen up a little bit more so you can see. There we go. So you can see it better. I did an upper left-hand corner start on this. And I am currently at 0.71% done. I'm doing it 1/1 full cross on a 32 count easy count lugana. So my starting point is 0.71%. That's where I'm at with it so far. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 15. Oh, fuck it. Let's go ahead and just do 20. We'll do 20. That's fine. It makes no difference to me. It's just, you know, I'm just not going to work on all of them. All in the family. I think I've pulled this thing out like 3 times so far this year and I have not touched it yet. This is a kind of choose your own adventure kit from Dimensions, and it'll be a new start. I need to put the fabric in the hoop. Comes with a hoop and everything. But you basically create your own little family. So I'm going to do myself and my 2 sons, and then we'll have our name on here, and then I'll put Mr. Whiskers and Gracie Lou on there as well. Isn't that cute? So I got to look at these and I got to figure out, find the center. Well, yeah, so I'm going to put the fabric in the hoop and then figure out the center, and I'll do myself, and then I'll put Paine on one side and Lachlan on the other, and then I'll put our names and then the 2 cats. Might have to do some color changes. I don't think they have all of the, I don't think the cats have the colors that my cats are, so. Okay, oh, Bake the World. This is a WIP from Franny Ritter Designs. Did I say that right? I always get the name wrong. Okay, yeah, Franny Ritter Designs. Bake the World a Better Place. Like I said, this is a WIP. I'm doing it 2/2 on a 28 count jobelan in the color Coffee by Wichelt. That is my starting point, except for the beads. That middle cupcake is completed. Backstitch and everything. I just gotta put beads on it. I need beads. Okay. Next up. The Sewing Desk. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Aimee Stewart. I have the regular size, regular color version. And it's 525 by 375. It has 87 colors. And that is what it's gonna look like when it's done. I'm doing it 2/1 10th stitch on a 25 count easy count lugana. My stupid ass did a center start because even though I'm doing it on easy count lugana, I was an idiot. I was like, oh, I hope I have enough space. I better start in the middle. Stupid ass, you're on easy count. Just count the squares. Anyway, that's where I'm at with it so far. And I am currently, what's my percentage? I am currently at 4.51% complete. So. All right. Next up. Day to Night Africa. So it's the piece I showed you a few minutes ago that I had worked on. I have a hair. It's, there we go, I got it. I had a hair that was like one single hair coming right here. It was bugging me. The retired chart from Paine Free Crafts. So I'm not gonna like show it again because I just showed it a little bit ago. So Day to Night Africa. All right, last piece. Okay, so good. I was sitting here wondering this entire time, because usually, you know, I pull out projects multiple, like I worked on it and then I ended up pulling it out again, and I hadn't done that yet. And I'm like, did I put last week's back in here? Am I sure I did that? Yes, I did, because I pulled that out. Okay, last piece. Hedgehog. Yay! I like when I pull out good ones for my last piece. I don't know, end in disappointment. Okay. Hedgehog from Margaret Sherry. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm just doing this on a 14 count white Aida. And that is my starting point. Cute little thing. Yeah. I might try to, sorry, here, let me do it like that. I might try to work on finishing the hedgehog's like body and fur. Do hedgehogs have fur? They don't, they have like spikes, right? But then I still have to work on the present. So I was trying to see if there was a way I could like backstitch. I could backstitch his face. If I do his nose, I could at least, I gotta do those white stitches there so I could do his little eyebrow. But I could backstitch his face. All right. So those are the WIPs that that's all. Okay, so those are the WIPs that I will be working on for the next 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes over the next month or two. If I can get back into a good kind of like routine, I might go back to the weekly videos. I did like doing the weekly ones. It's just right now, it's just not going to be good. So I'm going to just go back to every 2 weeks right now. I have a lot to catch up on for my focus pieces, and then I have a lot of projects I pulled that I really want to work on. So I'm going to have to figure out a balance for this. Worst case scenario, I will have to start doing like the Merry Mushroom Village, and then a project, and then the Merry Mushroom Village, and then like kind of work on it every other day. The HAED SAL, or the challenge I'm doing with Ailarra, I'm not really stressing that because we're going to buy stuff for each other anyway. It's just if I don't complete the challenge, then I just have to spend more money on her, which, you know what? That's not a bad thing. That really isn't. I wouldn't mind. I'd be okay with losing that challenge. But the HAED SAL, I really want the free charts. I really want the free charts. I really do. So yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all. Oh no, that's not all. So real quick, I wanted to show you. So last year I had finished this piece from Stitching Jewels. No, not Stitching Jewels, sorry. Stitch Rovia. Remember Joy, Hope, and Love? If you watched me last year, Joy, Hope, and Love. I completed Love at the beginning of last year, I think it was. And I gave it to my mom to finish for me. And y'all, I did not realize how tiny this piece was until she gave it back. Look at how little this is. How cute is this? This is my hand. How cute is that? But yeah, she turned it into a little pillow for me. How cute is this? And I did this on a 18 count baby pink Aida. And the fabric was a lot more than this. So I think she kept the rest of it, which is okay. But yeah, how can she put a little bow up here with the buttons? But isn't this just adorable? That is so cute. So, and then she also picked up this little gnome for me. How cute is this? Super cute. She picked it up at, I don't know where. But yeah, she picked that up for me. Yeah. Oh, and I need to get a frame for this piece. My mother stitched this for me last year so that I could hang it on my wall. It says it's not how many are finished, it's how many you start 2024. But yeah, my mom stitched this for me last year and I don't have a frame for it. I need to get a frame for it. Or if anything, I can, oh, hang on. She had also gotten me this little thing right here so I could show my finishes off when I completed them, but you know how I am with finishing stuff. So she got me this cute little hanger. Maybe I could just like get a hook or something and hook it on this for right now. But yeah. Oh my God, it's not how many are finished, and it's not really fully finished. How funny is that, right? Okay. And I think that's it. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? I keep looking, so I'm like looking over this way. You know what I wanted to mention at the beginning of the video and I totally forgot about? I'm like so bad at shouting people out. And I feel really bad about it. Especially when people mention me in their videos and I'm like, oh man, thank you so much. Like I say thank you, but I don't really like shout other people out. So, so I wanted to start telling you who I actually watch when I watch Flosstube. Now this is obviously not going to be the full list of everybody I watch, but and I'm gonna try to start doing this at the beginning of the video, so that these poor people that I'm gonna tag aren't gonna have to sit through an 1.5-hour video just to hear me talk about them at the very end. And be like, and sit there and watch the video and be like, you know, she tagged me in this video and I'm not seeing like why I'm tagged on this. Well, this is why. This little like, you know, 5-minute blip at the end. So sorry. But the people that I watched this past week, my throat's dry. Are, there's 5 people that I watched this week. I didn't watch Flosstube like every night. I was alternating between Flosstube and like movies on Netflix and stuff. But so the first one I want to mention is Kelly from Animal Instinct. She is in Australia and she has a lot of different style charts. My favorite piece of hers is Firefly. Oh God, who designed it? Is it a Gecko Rouge kit? Firefly, but cats. So like all the characters of Firefly as a cat. She has made so much progress. I've been watching her for like well over a year now. I've just been watching her progress throughout this whole time and I'm loving it. She's doing such a good job on her stitching with it and I just absolutely love it. I think I've been watching her longer than a year. I know that when I found her, I went back from the beginning and started like on video number 1. But yeah, it makes me laugh every time she pulls it out. So, but yeah, Animal Instinct, Kelly. And another one is Becky's Madness for Crafting. She's actually a friend of mine. Hi, Becky. But she does a combination of a vlog while she's driving for work. And she just talks about like life stuff. And then she also does regular floss tubes where she shows her whips and stuff. And if you like gnomes like I do, you need to go check her out because she has a lot of gnome pieces. And she also has, she is working on the Pokemon Generation 1, I think it is. Yeah, Pokemon Gen 1. She's been working on that. She's like over halfway done with it so far, and it looks really good. And so yeah, you should check her out too. And another one that I watched this week was Holly, the Cross Stitch Addict. She is from the UK, but she moved to Georgia last year. And was it last year or was it this year? Last year. She moved to Georgia last year, and she is basically kind of getting her own business started. She's a sports massage therapist for horses. And so she has a lot of full coverage pieces, and some long dog samplers thrown in as well. And so she'll talk about her stuff. And then my favorite part, honestly, is at the end, she'll talk about, oh my God, I have a hair. My favorite part is at the end when she talks about her business and her horses and her horse and everything like that. Because I don't have a horse, but I love horses, so I enjoy hearing about them. And another one is CCL Stitches, Kylie. She is a new Flosstuber, so she only has a few videos out, but she is very funny, and she reminds me a lot of myself. She is also a nurse. I'm a nurse, if you didn't know, but she is also a nurse, and she lives in Philly. It is Philly, right? I know it's Pennsylvania. I think she lives in Philadelphia. I could be totally wrong, though. I feel like I'm right. But it might not be. But she, she's really great. I've enjoyed watching all of her stuff, so you should go check her out too. If you like me, you'll like her. And then the last one that I watched was Tasha from Britches Get Stitches. I don't remember where she's from, but she has a good variety of projects as well. And her last video, I think it was, opened with her sitting like in front of her refrigerator, and because she was showing her FFO that she had, it was just like some little tulips that her daughter took and hung it on the fridge next to her own little piece of artwork. It was the cutest thing. But yeah, so those 5 people I watched this past week. So I am going to try and make it a habit to write down the names of the people that I watch, so I can tell you who I watch, because if you like watching me, you might like the other people that I watch who entertain me. Now, granted, some of the people I watch are not everybody's cup of tea, so if you don't like them, I totally understand that. But yeah, so I figure I should start doing this too. People shout me out. I should, return the favor and shout people out who I watch. So some people will get mentioned multiple times, I'm sure. And I'm going to go ahead and tag Ailarra too, because I've mentioned her throughout the video. If you don't watch Ailarra, then you should, because she is a lot like me. And she has a lot of projects, and she is a hot mess like I am. So, and she's a good friend of mine. But yeah, so I will try to make it a habit to write down the people that I watch and just give you give you their channel name and just like a little bit about them, because I'm honestly, like, what I said about these people, some of them, that's literally all I know about them, because I'm stitching while I'm watching, and I will look up, look at their project, and then I go back to my stitching, and I'm listening, but I'm like half listening. So and then I'll move on to another video. So I don't always retain the information about when they're talking about their family or where they're from. So any mistakes I make talking about these people, I apologize to the people. Yeah, the ones that I know more about are people that have been on for a long period of time, or I have watched many episodes of their channel. And so it kind of, you know, that repetitive, like that repeating of information over and over again, that's how I kind of remember their stuff. So, yeah. So if I tagged you and you had to wait all the way until the very end of this 1.5-hour long video to hear your name as to why you were being tagged, sorry. But hopefully if you don't already, hopefully you'll get some new subscribers out of this. So, and let me think of anything else I wanted to talk about. I think that's it. I think that's it. My house is coming along really good. I have pretty much just about everything unpacked. I want to say that the last thing left to unpack is my younger son's room. What I should do is just take all those boxes and stick them in the garage and wait for him to ask for them. We'll see. He has like 1 box of Legos unpacked, and that's all he's been playing with. Because in his mind, Mom, I got rid of all these Legos. That means I can get new Lego sets. So I might not unpack his stuff per se. I might just wait for him. But the box that he's already had opened, I will unpack it. Basically move the Legos from the box into his storage bins. But I might just wait and see what he wants to do. His biggest thing is I have bed frames for their beds, and I have to put the bed frames together and get their beds up off the floor. They delivered the correct size box springs the other day, and I just haven't, day before yesterday, and I just haven't put the frames. I was waiting for the box springs to show up before I put the frames together so I wouldn't have to prop them up against the wall or have them in the middle of the floor, because their current box springs did not fit, and I didn't want to put the mattress on the frame because it would just fall. So I have to put their frames together and finish putting their beds together, because right now their mattresses are just on the floor. So that's his big thing. I'm like, why are you so concerned about me putting your frame together? And he was like, I just don't like my mattress being really low to the floor. I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I can put it together. So, anywho, but other than that, I want to say everything is pretty much unpacked. I just have to get stuff put on the walls and just kind of like touch up. Well, I have to get this room organized because I just unpacked just to get stuff unpacked. And then, but I have stuff to get up on the walls, and then I may or may not rearrange my kitchen a little bit. I got everything unpacked and in a place, and I'm kind of working around my kitchen to see if everything works out for me. I might have to move some stuff, so. Anyhow, loving the house so far. Absolutely loving it. So, anyway, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. And if you like what you had to see and you are not already subscribed, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. I will be posting again in 2 weeks, so no video next week. Sorry. But take care, happy stitching, get a lot of stitches in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.